dear children, I welcome you to today's radio learning program. This is Teacher Mary. I'm going to teach you social studies for P5. So children, are you ready for today's lesson? Do you have your notebooks and pens ready? You need to get them out because you will use them to write down activities and the notes I'll be giving you. I hope you're ready now. So we are going to do a recap of what we learned in the last lesson. Could you be remembering what we learned in the last lesson? Okay, can you try to recall? Let me share with you what we learned in the last lesson. We learned about civics and governance. And we said civic education is the study of good citizenship and proper membership in the community. We also learned about acceptable and unacceptable behavior in the community. And we also looked at the symbols we find in the nation, like the national anthem. Come along and play with us. Today, we are going to learn about other symbols of the nation. The last time we looked at the national anthem. But today we are going to look at the national flag, the national coat of arms, the national constitution, the national motto, and the national currency. And if at all you have your P5 SST textbook, you could open on page 45, 46, and 47. You can find all this that we are going to study today. So if you have the book, you can open on that page. Are you there? Okay. So can you stand up for this warm-up? Let us do a warm-up so that we get ready for our lesson. This is the way the warm-up will be. You will get any item. You can get a book or a pen that you have in your hands. And I will ask you to get it or to hold it in your hand. You put it anywhere on your body. So I will say, I get the book, then you get the book. I put it here. You can put it on the head. And you say, I feel better. Okay? So can we go? I get the book. You also respond, I get the book. I put it here. You put it here on the head. I feel better. I feel better. I get the book. I get the book. I put it here on the arm. I feel better. I feel better. I get the book. I get the book. I put it here on the back. You put it here on the back. I feel better. I feel better. I get the book. You get the book. I put it here. I put it here on the leg. I feel better. I feel better. So I hope, children, you're feeling better for today's lesson. Okay, you can take your seats. So, the last time we learned about the national anthem, and we said it is a song which is sung to show respect and pride for the nation. So now, let's look at the national flag. And all these are the symbols that we talked about that nations have. So what is a national flag? Children, do you know a national flag? And do you know the colors that are on the national flag? Okay, so the national flag is a symbol of identity which shows the country's independence. The national flag is a symbol of identity which shows the country's independence. And the Rwandan national flag has 3 colors. The Rwandan national flag has 3 colors. We have blue, yellow, and green. The national flag of Rwanda has 3 colors, and that is blue, yellow, and green. And we need to know that these colors have specific meanings. They did not only design the flag, but they designed it with a purpose, because the colors have a meaning. So what is the meaning of the colors of the national flag? What does blue mean? Yellow, green, what do they mean? And what do they show for the country of Rwanda? Okay? Can you think about it? Can you share with a person next to you? What does blue mean? What does it represent? Yellow and green. Okay, so this is the meaning of the colors of the national flag. Blue. It shows peace and happiness for our country. Blue shows peace and happiness for our country. Yellow. It represents wealth for the people and the country. Yellow represents wealth for the people and the country. And then green shows prosperity for the country. Green shows prosperity for the country. So we have said the national flag has three colors: blue, yellow, and green. And blue shows peace and happiness for our country. Yellow represents wealth for the people and the country. And green shows prosperity for the country. So also the national flag has the sun with 24 rays against a blue in the top right corner. Do you know how the national flag is designed? Have you seen the sun at the top right corner? Okay, so that sun has 24 rays, and it represents hope for the people and the country. The sun, which has 24 rays against the blue in the top right corner, it represents the hope for the people and the country. So we need to know how the national flag is always used. The national flag is raised at half-mast. What do we understand by half-mast? When it is raised halfway. You know, always the flag is raised up to the peak of the pole, up. But half-mast is when it is raised halfway. It is not raised up to the peak of the pole. So when is the Rwandan flag raised at half-mast? It is always raised half-mast during the national mourning days. Whenever the country is in the mourning days, the flag is raised half-mast. And also when an important person has died and when it has been officially declared by the parliament. So the national Rwandan flag is raised half-mast during the national mourning days and also when an important person has died and when it has been officially declared by the parliament. So the national flag of Rwanda is raised in places like public offices. I think most times you have seen the national flag raised on the Karere, Kumurenje, all those places. So in public offices, the national flag is raised there. Also at the Parliament building, at the National Bank of Rwanda, the national flag is raised there. At the police station, in schools, and at the international airport. So the Rwandan national flag is raised in those particular places. Public offices, at the parliamentary building, at the National Bank of Rwanda, the police station, in schools, and also at the international airports. Come along and play with us. We are now going to learn about another symbol. We have just finished looking at the national flag. And before we had learned about the national anthem. Now we are going to look at the national coat of arms. We looked at the national anthem and we also looked at the national flag, and now we are going to look at the national coat of arms. What is the national coat of arms? What do you understand by the national coat of arms? So, the national coat of arms is the symbol of official truthfulness of a country. The national coat of arms is the symbol of official truthfulness of a country. So it is also called the national emblem. It represents political, cultural, social, economic aspects of a country. So the national coat of arms, we said, is the symbol of official truthfulness or authenticity of a country, and it is also called the national emblem. And it represents the political, cultural, social, and economic aspects of a country. So the Rwandan coat of arms should have the national motto and the symbols with the political, cultural, social, and economic ideas of a country. The national coat of arms or emblem, it should have the national motto and the symbols with the political, cultural, social, economic ideas of a country. So, let us look at the national coat of arms of Rwanda. What are the features or items we find on the national coat of arms of Rwanda? What are those items or features we can find on the coat of arms of Rwanda? Can you list them down in your notebooks? Okay, well done, children. The national coat of arms of Rwanda is made up of different features, which include the sun, basket, sorghum, coffee, cog, and 2 shields. The features are the sun, basket, sorghum, coffee plant, cog, and 2 shields. And all these features or items, they have a meaning. They represent something. So what is the meaning of the symbols on the national coat of arms? What does the sun, the basket represent? What does coffee and sorghum represent? Or even the 2 shields, what do they represent? So let me share with you the meaning of the symbols on the national coat of arms. So let us begin with the 2 shields. We have the 2 shields on the coat of arms. The shields represent defense, patriotism, and unity. The 2 shields we find on the coat of arms, they represent defense, patriotism, and unity. What about the sun? It shows hope and transparency. The sun shows hope and transparency. Then the basket, it represents culture and the gift of friendship. The basket represents culture and the gift of friendship. Then coffee and sorghum, they represent agriculture in the country. Coffee and sorghum represent agriculture in the country. What about the green ring with a knot at the bottom? They represent unity. They represent unity. Then the blue cog, it represents moving forward for technology and agricultural development in Rwanda. The blue cog represents moving forward for technology and industrial development in Rwanda. So we have seen the meaning of all the symbols on the national coat of arms. The shield, the sun, the basket, coffee, cogwheel, the green ring with a knot, and all those have meanings and we have already mentioned them. So what is the importance of the national coat of arms? What is its importance? So the national coat of arms is a symbol of independence. It is a symbol of independence, and it is also a symbol of a nation. It is a symbol of a nation, and it is also a symbol of independence. Come along and play with us. We were looking at the national coat of arms. So we are going to learn another symbol, which is the national constitution. National constitution. What is a national constitution? A constitution is a supreme law of the nation. A constitution is a supreme law of a nation. So a referendum is a direct vote by the citizens of a country on a single political issue. A referendum is a direct vote by the citizens of a country on a single political issue. So the Constitution of the Republic of Rwanda was adopted by a referendum on 26th May 2003, and it came into force on 4th June 2003. So the Constitution of the Republic of Rwanda was adopted by a referendum, and we said a referendum is a direct vote by the citizens of a country on a single political issue. So, the Constitution, it was adopted by a referendum on 26th May 2003, and it came into force on 4th June 2003. However, it was later revised on 18th December 2015. So it was revised of recent on 18th December 2015. So that is a national constitution. So now, let's look at the national motto. So what is a national motto? Children, do you know the motto of Rwanda? What does it represent? And what does it say? So the motto of Rwanda represents unity, work, and love for the country. It represents unity, work, and love for the country. So the national motto of Rwanda is unity, work, and patriotism. So in Kinyarwanda, it means ubumwe, umurimo, gukunda igihugu. It is obumwe, umurimo, gukunda igihugu. So in English, ubumwe is unity, umurimo, work, gukunda igihugu, patriotism. So the motto is written at the bottom of the national coat of arms. The national motto of Rwanda is always written at the bottom of the national coat of arms. So it is unity, work, and patriotism. In Kinyarwanda, it is obumwe, omurimo, gukunda egihugu. So now the last symbol we are looking at is the national currency. The national currency. Children, do you know the national currency of Rwanda? So Rwanda francs is the national currency of Rwanda. In Rwanda, they use francs. So children, do you know the national currency for 500? Have you seen it? Have you touched it? What about 1,000? What is drawn there? What about 2,000 and 5,000? How do they look like? What colors are they? If you don't know how the national currency looks like, so 500, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, you can ask your parents to just show them to you and you see how they look like. So the national currency is in francs for Rwanda. So we have looked at all these symbols. We looked at the national flag. We looked at the national coat of arms, the national motto, and also the national currency. So children, we have come to an end of today's lesson. We learned about the national flag, which has 3 colors. That is blue, yellow, and green, which has different meaning. We also saw the national symbols like the coat of arms, the national constitution, the national motto, and the national currency. And we have looked at all the items we find on the national coat of arms. And also, we were able to know what the national motto is. Obumwe, umurimo, ogukunda egihugu. So I hope children, you are able to write them in your notebooks. Thank you so much for paying attention. And now I'm going to give you homework. You're going to draw the national flag and also draw the national coat of arms in your notebooks. And remember to include all the features we mentioned earlier that are found on the national flag and the national coat of arms. So thank you so much for paying attention, and also our parents, thank you for helping our children. So I hope you'll join me in the next lesson. Bye-bye.